Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Pyke, and we'll be facing off against the 10-star adventure from the Nightmares campaign. I had quite a fun time playing Pyke against the Nagakeboros adventure last time around, a couple of weeks ago. So I decided since that adventure is rather rough, and this adventure is rather rough, I should probably play Pyke here as well, and try to have some fun here. I am running a different Pyke setup than last time around. Instead of running double Stalker's Blade and Pyke's signature relic, I'm running Black Shield for protection and Beast of Wind so that we have overwhelm on everything. And since all of my units are lurkers, thanks to our Beast Within plus the items we get on high cost units, everything is also going to have +1/+1. So that's going to be pretty good. And then, other than that, I think that's it. Let's hope things go well, because the main problem when you're playing Pyke is that your early game is rather bad. Collect your bounty, best defense, phantom pranks. Let's do collect your bounty. We can accumulate the discounts from one turn to the next. So that can help with our main problem, or the main problem this Pyke has, which is your first 2 turns, or basically the turns until you can play Pyke are absolutely atrocious. You basically do nothing. At least by getting Pyke down, or at least with that power, we'll be able to get Pyke down next turn, for example. We'll just pull here, attack with all of our units. This is going to discount our cards by 3, so that next turn we play Pyke, for example. The unfortunate part is that without Pyke's signature relic, Pyke is now at 3 attack unit. So he's still not the best thing in the world. But I can do Zerzaret. It should still strike into the opponent's nexus, yeah. So it gets another discount. So we can develop Pyke on the back of this. So Pyke deals 6. Pyke can deal another 6 here. Or I can do 5 there. Yeah, that's better. We do that there, we block there. Unfortunately, Pyke is going to struggle leveling up with this setup. And without Challenger we can't force the opponent's units to block Pyke. But we can do something that's a bit tricky. We can use Bone Skewers to force the opponent to lose his entire board. Anyway, even with Pyke not having a Challenger. But the extra protection from the spell shield as opposed to the extra stats plus Challenger from the Pyke's signature power should be fine anyway. Or should be better. Don't Citrus Courier. If I pull it from the deck it's kind of bad, but if I don't pull it from the deck and I just play it normally, it's actually a pretty good card. It's certainly better than the other Fiend at least, so sure. There's no point in wasting my rerolls. Ooh, that's Grasp. Mordekaiser for a discount. And with extra stats. Yeah, let's take the Mordekaiser. Even though Shurime is the region that has a bunch of lurkers alongside Bilgewater, since our powers make it so we have a bunch of or every single one of my units is a lurker anyway, I think this should still be okay. We don't need to draft into the lurkers directly. And Mordekaiser should be decent. We do get or we are incentivized to trade a bunch with the opponent, thanks to the opponent's power working the way it does. So this should still be fine. Mordekaiser instead of Pyke. Let's give one of the opponent's units vulnerable. Attack into it. Nice, we deal one. Wins a discount for us. I'm actually going to save the discount for the next turn. Can do Pyke, but I'd much rather do Mordekaiser even if I'm only killing one. Ooh, really? They're attacking like this? I'll do Bloodbait to generate a blocker. For the Lonely Portal. What for the... yeah, let's do that. We take 6 this way. It's a bit less. Then next turn we have Pyke, but we don't really need Pyke. We have other options. The opponent got a bunch of buffs, but should still be okay. Let's attack like this. Ensure the opponent takes some damage.
I'm ready for my close-up.
This way we have a discount. I'm going to get Pyke down, and I'm going to do Citrus Courier. This way we can go for another attack. I'll be able to go ahead and kill the Mirror Mage.
Tide's rising.
Yeah, I think, yeah, let's attack with this. I'll save the Citrus Courier. Really? You don't block. An interesting decision by the opponent. Let's see if it pays off. Monster Harpoon. This deals damage to the opponent's nexus, so we get a discount. Unfortunately, it's not enough to go for a Death Realm. We can do this here. And we do this here. And I'll do this here. It will deny the opponent the healing. And we don't lose a unit because Mordekaiser is around. Yeah, this is okay. It's not ideal, but at least we're not losing all of our health. Then this is basically a guaranteed victory. Yeah, let's attack like this. We still have a bunch of spells in our deck. That's the main problem. We don't want spells in our deck, so we're incentivized to cut spells, because cheating out units from our power instead of just drawing a spell is very good. But to compensate for that fact, spells are what allows you to swing the board in your favor when you have a poor board state. Let's buy a bunch of rerolls. We'll definitely need them in the future. Also, I picked up the only decent unit there. Well, only decent quote unquote. It will allow us to get a bit of extra longevity in the long run. It should be nice. Let's keep the Pyke in our opening hand. Hopefully we draw something cheap that we can play. Let's go for more Pykes. Let's do Red Fin, Hammer, Snout. And he immediately gets rid of the unit that had vulnerable. How annoying. I go for a rally this turn. Actually, let's do this. Get the Legion of the Sever down. No way the opponent's going to block this turn anyway. So I might as well do this. We take 6, 9 here. hurts. But we'll just snapshot swarm. And then we'll do Pyke next turn. Or I can even do Pyke this turn. Yeah, let's do Pyke this turn. Clear one of the opponent's units right away. Just set up so that next turn we level up Pyke. Can even do this here. Keep something vulnerable so that we can pull it with Pyke. And then the opponent loses his entire board by us doing this. Or at least he should. Because Pyke strikes, levels up, his effect procs. So he kills the second next weakest unit, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and so on. Okay, so for once we took a bit of damage. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We'll be able to restore a bit of health after this. Can draft into Shurima. Let's do that, just that. Let's take the Zerzite Runebreaker. Dunebreaker. That's Overwhelm, and he also has quick attack, so it should be able to trade favorably into most of the opponent's units. Also, if we pull it out of the deck, we're quite happy because we don't have to spend 6 mana on it. Let's keep the Bone Skewer in hand. No. Yeah, let's keep the Bone Skewer in hand. The Redfin Hammer Snout should allow us to kill the Zed here at the start. We'll do this, keep that vulnerable. I would really like to deal some damage to the opponent's Nexus. But we don't deal any damage. At least we got rid of the Zed. And we set up a kill on the Lulu. And we also denied the opponent the debuffs. So small victories.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
Or the path with the talking lilies.
That's annoying. Can do double Bone Skewer to get rid of both champions. I think I'll do just that. We do it like so, and then we do that there, do that there. We effectively make this attack fizzle, and then we get rid of these two. We do lose most of our board, but we also minimize the damage we take by a bunch.
What do you say, Glow? That's yes!
Then we get a Sharkling after attacking here. Pyke will go up to a 6 attack unit. Honestly, I don't think we want to have Pyke on board. Wait, what? Oh right, we drew the Sharkling for the turn.
Where'd she go?
That's what happened.
They thought
That's what I get for not paying attention. Well, at least this Sharkling is pretty big now. And the opponent's almost out of resources, so I'd say we're in a pretty good position. Even though we don't get to rally or attack in the opponent's turn. We're fine. Oh, never mind, we get to rally and attack in the opponent's turn.
Come on, Riv!
Well, not rally, but still. I take 5 here. The opponent's going to prank this guy bunch. Wait, prank minus 2 health? Does that actually work? It does. But I'm pretty sure you only get offered the minus 2 health if your unit actually has more than 2 health. Otherwise it just dies on summon.
do not fear the shrouded path.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Talking lilies.
We're getting dangerously close to death. Well, fortunately we didn't die. Although that's mostly the opponent not getting lucky and getting an incredible opener. But I'm definitely noticing the lack of Pyke's signature relic. It definitely changes the dynamic a little bit, because now we don't just get to pick our targets with Pyke. And allies attack someone and attacking short tooth. If that worked out the way I wanted to, where we pull this guy from the deck and he just summons another unit, that would be huge for us. I hope it works out that way. Card cutting. What card do I cut from the deck? Definitely the Monster Harpoon. I don't think it's that great. Ada Spirit, item chest, champion item chest, shop. Let's do champion item chest and shop. Maybe we can get a discount on Pyke. Maybe we can get a good power from the shop, something that helps us in the early game. We can't just go Red Fin Hammer Snout every single time and hope for the best. Let's give that vulnerable. Hope the opponent doesn't override it. He doesn't. Perfect. Let's see if the opponent blocks here. Not really. He gets us the opportunity to play discounted unit next turn. I'll do just that. I'll play Mordekaiser next turn. I have nothing to prevent the opponent from developing a buff here. So might as well just get Mordekaiser down nice and early, starting getting value out of him. We can block here. I'll block this high attack unit. And I guess I'll take 13. The opponent has gotten rid of his landmark for me, so now he's very, very vulnerable. Kind of feel like saving all of these units for next turn, just so we have the ability to attack for free next turn. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, let's do it this way. Put a little bit of extra pressure on the opponent thanks to the short tooth. Yeah, let's do it like so. This also helps with the Mordekaiser level up. And next turn we just do Snapshot Swarm. Never mind, because the opponent's going for an open attack for some reason. He really wants to connect with that unit. So it sure would be a shame if I were to do... Actually, let's do like so. I guess if I'm going to do that, I can do this. And there, I take no damage from these attacks. And I get this Shark Trainer up to full health. Or back up to full health. And I can do Snapshot Swarm. Summon that while attacking. Get the short tooth going. The opponent takes 1 billion damage. Unfortunately, I'm not leveling up to Mordekaiser, so I don't get the drain from the opponent's Nexus, which I would really like because I desperately want to keep my health up. Lurking Nightmare, Amalgamation of Vile Rites, you've been warned. Let's do Lurking Nightmare. Might as well. It has double attack and it has a decent effect. Feral Senses. I'm going to take the Feral Senses. It's going to be extremely useful. We just cheat. And by seeing the top card of our deck, and we place something good up top, like this Commander Ledros. I'll just take one. Just in case I get the opportunity to cheat it onto the board. Might not happen, but when it does, it's going to be pretty good because I'm just going to get the 10-9 for free, basically. Definitely keep the petty officer to allow us to do a free trade here. Or not actually free because the opponent's units get extra stats. But as free as possible. Petty officer. That's a low roll. I'm going to let it be. Unfortunately, I don't think we will get the opportunity. Yeah, the opponent just develops stuff onto the board, so even if I traded an additional unit in, he would still get the full board of buffs. Let's see if we can rig something good to the top of our deck. I guess a Sharkling so that we don't waste the Citrus Courier by not proccing its plunder effect. This deals 1, so we get a discount. I can do Pyke here. I'm going to do Pyke here just to clear the one of the Poros. I can trade into 2 of the opponent's units here. Maybe not, because the opponent for some reason is not attacking with all that much. I'm pretty sure he could have attacked with the Emperor's Guard. I would have let him. I don't know why he didn't. Zerzareth, I guess. And then we do this. And we might kill the opponent. We might not. Yeah, we can kill the opponent. We'll just do this. That increases our damage by 5. Oh, never mind. That's still not enough. If we get lucky and hit a pre-attacker on our next turn, it's enough though. Or this guy. This guy works. We'll just do Everglade Collector and hope the opponent trades into one of my units. He won't though, of course he won't. Damn. I guess I'll do Mordekaiser next turn. And that's going to give me the procs from the Everglade Collector. I'll heal 2. So this could be worse. The fact that the opponent has a bunch of stuff in his nexus instead of a bunch of health is definitely hampering my game plan of draining him with Mordekaiser and the Everglade Collector. Sunk cost, Crumble, Blessing of Targon. If only I could get sunk cost for 1. Riser Skill Hunter. You know what? Sure. If we can cheat it into play, maybe it's worth it. Ooh! 3 mana Pyke. Don't mind if I do. Now we can do Pyke on the first turn. I probably won't though. Pyke on the first turn means that he only deals 3 or 2 damage. That's not good enough. Yeah, it's 2 damage because Pyke is a 1 attack unit, but he gets buffed up to 2. Let's rig the card on top of our deck. Early Everglade Collector is nice. Let's do Vulnerable on the Irelia. He shouldn't be able to do anything here.
Blade sharpened. Plant that lead foot. Don't worry.
I've danced this
That's
100 times.
okay. I'll take this damage. Just because I can do this and trade favorably with the red Finhammer Snout. And this deals damage to the opponent's Nexus. So I get a discount on Pyke. Yeah, I'll do it like this. I get discounted Pyke, Pyke deals 4. Then I do Bone Skewer, Snapshot Swarm next
Stand
turn.
by me. They won't hurt you.
If they hurt you, I'd never forgive myself.
Damn it! I wanted to kill the Azir. No, I won't get to kill the Azir. At least I'll kill the Irelia though. Screw the Irelia. Desert's Wrath. Need to Snapshot Swarm to proc Pyke's effect.
Loosen up.
I take 6 from the Neverglade duo. I'll just do this. Try to minimize damage taken. Even if I have to trade a unit to do it. And then I'll save the discount for Pyke next turn. Never mind. I have to get rid of this thing. Otherwise I die this turn.
Hang on.
Can I rig something good to the top of my deck? Citrus Courier. That way we draw him naturally. And we can play him next turn. Let's do Pyke here. Pyke clears everything and levels up. That's pretty good. And the Dragon Ambush, start an attack with 2 Dragon Lings.
Don't hold your breath.
This prevents my death and minimizes the amount of healing the opponent gets. Let's do Shark Trainer. Maximize damage dealt. And we won. But if we didn't win, we would still have the Citrus Courier to help with another rally. But damn, was this game rough. We definitely need something better. Seize command, spawn equal to my cost. Spell shield does nothing. Give me something good. Scout on Pyke. Or Radiant Plate Armor. I think Radiant Plate Armor is worth it. We're not really playing Pyke at the start, so it just makes it so Pyke has a bit of extra stats. Makes him a bit easier to level up. But yeah, let's see how the things play out, because so far I don't feel too optimistic. But that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.